welcome to the channel. I should say thank you for watching the video as well. We honestly, the last update I wasn't too impressed with it, mainly because I wasn't really on there. As you look at the two, just by the doubloons, I didn't really spend too much or even played. Let's see, we get the latest update, making landfall and so forth. 7th anniversary. Yeah, it has been 7 years since playing this game. We have a campaign to get a Spanish battleship, and I'll be taking a look at it in a little bit. Now, I believe this is the first time we're getting Pan American tech tree. Yeah, I know we had these back in what, 22, 21, and we're just now getting them. So, yeah, I'll go over these in a bit. It's kind of strange that we had so many premium Pan American ships, and yet we're just now getting a tech tree. We have a 3-week, I don't know, old sailor challenge, I would say. Duration of your consumables, okay. If that's all he does, and that's not the greatest thing, I almost feel like just skipping this. And that's quite sad. Let's see, my loyalty rewards. I think this over here is, yeah. Let's see, we have Atlantic, Blazing Tropics, scan. Ah, we got the beach. Oh. Okay. Brazil. Okay, I guess that's everything that offered. Really? That's it in the anniversary tab? What do we have in the specials? It doesn't look that great of an update. It looks more like they skipped it or skinned it quite severely. Okay, I know it's a Yamato skin. We have the commander's voice and all. Okay. I get they want to do the Yamato, but I'm pretty sure the band's from Poland or European band, I should say. And I know we have some pan-European battleships they could use for this group. And I know a lot of people are used to the Yamato being seen, but I don't know. Wave of Ancestors. This is one skimpy update. I'm hardly seeing anything in here. Okay, this goes all the way into the Pan American update. I believe they're doing what okay. I just want to take a look at the scans. It was my text. That's what I'm trying to think of. Sorry. Trying to think of what they're trying to do the skin with. The Maya, some Mitex, yeah. Okay. Well, I do want to see the skin. So that's how you get the ship, the legendary version. Okay. I'll go back to that in a second. Okay, so this is our first ship review so far. If I had to guess, I think that has a smoke screen. Just by the looks of it. Yep, she has smoke screen. She has a new advanced sonar. Shows the bearing nearest launch torpedo anytime, and it's constantly active. It's not something we don't have to worry about it completely going off. And we have airplanes. Okay. We can also change out the smoke generator for a healing consumable. Yeah. That's not too bad on the life, in a way. It's 152 millimeter 47 DP Mark 16. That's British, if I'm not mistaken. 5-second reload. Now there's 4 of them, or I should say 3. We don't hope for any damage with the AP. They don't look like they're going to be doing deep penetration, and it looks like only AP only. That can't be right. Oh, HE as well. Misread that. Sorry. Yeah, if it's gonna be almost exactly the same, I might as well just stay with HE and just coastal ships catch on fire. That's just my best strategy if I should ever get the ship. Okay. Torpedoes. Ooh, that's not too bad. 10 point and have kilometers. A little slow, but what you can do. Okay, AA. How true is it? Okay, that's pretty good. 6 kilometers for 2 guns. Make that 4. Okay, so 4 of the guns at 6, and 11 at 4 kilometers. So if they drop a whole bunch of HE shells onto your ship and destroy those AA guns, you're back to down to 4. So this is like a fragile balance, I would say, honestly. 34 knots. She's okay on detection in a way. We can probably drop it down about 1.5, so she'll be down to what? 12.3? If my math is still correct, if they haven't changed the updates for the camouflage and concealment with the commanders. And my goodness, you're just a iron duck. So squishy. I just noticed a pufferfish in the background. And there he goes. Okay. After World War II, Argentina leaders plan to order the construction of the new cruisers in the UK or US. The main requirement was their main guns be dual purpose. Most suitable ships for the primers at the time were Westchester class cruisers, where designs would have been guided at such ships have ever been ordered. Okay. Semi could have been one such ship. Um, I don't know anyone else, but that does not look like a Westchester ship. Was that just me? I know I see the triple turrets on her front and back, so you got 4 turrets to work with. But still, she's so easy. If you hit anywhere just above seawater, you're going to sink her quite easily. Okay, and that's a lot of work to get to just to get that ship. I mean, sure, you're getting a whole bunch of skins, but still, wow. Okay, what do we have here? Um, okay. I do have the Tango. I believe these are all the ships are going to be trying to get to the thing, but I guess we can just bypass it all. Who do we have here? Oh, he's actually a pretty good commander. Torpedo range, torpedo reload time. Ooh, nice. Is he only for any type of ship, or he's just for cruisers? I cannot tell, but ooh, for those who don't know, he's actually quite good for battleships. He increases your secondary range and the main battleship battery range. So he is a commander I would actually try to get. I'm not sure if you want anyone to spend the ridiculous amount of money just to get him, but he, as you can see in my setup, quite good because I have my secondary guns, what, 25, almost 26 range on my secondary percent, I should say. And these are the ships. Well, one of them is actually another premium, which I'll take a look real quick. A destroyer. So, well, if you have any of the old premium ships from Pan America, you'll pretty much be having a full set between destroyer, battleship, and cruiser now. Now, there is some type of command I'll look into it in a little bit here. He's actually a cruiser type, so I'm assuming they're going to get cruisers, which he's been in the game for quite a while. Now, what is this one here? Reload time 5 seconds, torpedo range increase. Okay. Main battery 5 seconds, so it's kind of slow for a destroyer. But tier 5, it's about medium. You really do want to stick to the HE shells when you're dealing with another destroyer. 8 kilometers, that's not too bad. That's actually pretty good for tier 5. A guns you can pretty much turn off. 37 knots, she's actually quite quick. Good, what is shift time? 3 seconds. We don't know there's no armor protection on these ships. Lead ship in the series of destroyers built in the Great Britain for the Brazilian Navy, I should say. In the terms of her characters, the ship was close to the British Standard G and H class destroyers. Okay. But I'm guessing we don't get the single shot torpedoes. It's just a good concealment and less time to react. Okay. But yeah, I have the Tango all pre-set up, and I don't really do the fourth one because I don't have anything to really go with it, in my opinion. I mean, it's only AP only. There's no HE shell, so that's a downside. But yet, I do quite a bit of damage. But I do, since it's been out for quite a while, everyone knows you just burn her down and she's gone. So yeah. Wow, that's quite sad in the store. And I'm just barely going over 15 minutes in my recording. Usually I'm taking about 30. Wow. Anything in Bureau? We do have one new ship in the Bureau. And that's a tongue twister. I know I forgot a version of the heavy German aircraft carrier based on unfinished H-39H class battleship hull. It assumed that by the time of construction of the battleship was halted, her hull would have been fully spared. The main propulsion plant and electrical plant machinery would also have been installed with such a configuration. She would have been one of the largest ships in the world, second only to Japanese Shin. Okay, yeah, design 19. Okay, yeah, they were desperate back then. Why am I at the overwall? Okay. Okay, she has a good bit of life points. Dive bonus is a tad 152, C1, all 14. What is okay? Both um, bombers and torpedo runners the same type of plane. Now, any I know I've seen more and more um, small groups of players who do use German carriers. One or two players with them are all going to be destroyers, so they can smoke. Because the carriers that secondary guns have the best accuracy, I should say, on the secondary guns. And I've seen some players just use that, come up near to other players, and just wipe them out. I've seen that happen a few times. It's AA for this bracket, bracket, I should say. It needs a little bit more work to it. But looking at the secondaries, that's quite decent. Unfortunately, I don't do any secondary boosters on my carriers too often. Um, yeah, you're going to have to aim in between the hull and the pretty much the level of the secondary guns is your best spot to actually hit her. Well, besides bridge, but you get my point. Yeah, the drop bombs are AP, so you don't have any fire explosions with them. Torpedoes are quick to arm after dropping, so that's actually pretty nice. So you can actually get up close and personal with a battleship. But if you want to really get too close with the AA guns, you're gonna lose a lot of planes. So you best have a good what is it? Aircraft destroyer. 3 seconds isn't too bad. Oh wait, it's 75 seconds. That's what I mean. I have a few commanders that reduces this to about 60. I think on one fleet line it's 55 seconds reduced. So yeah, you can actually get it quite low by a third removed. I'm almost done with my previous update. So yeah, not too bad. Now let's take a look at the campaign. I mean, this is quite sad for an update. Hold on, let me check the missions, see if there's nothing else in here. We do have the Ducky War beginning. Walking Waves. What else? Okay. Sabaton of Legends. Okay. Yeah. I'm not sure what these ducky coins are going to be. I'm assuming we'll... Oh, that's it. The only thing I have issues with on these little ducks is they're going to disappear. And in some cases, I kind of like if we keep some of the vehicles they give us so we can use later on. Big splash, okay. And the Duck Week flag. Ah, okay. Yeah, I didn't get last season's all the way to the end. A few things in life came up, so I wasted a bit of my gold bullion on just doing that. So it's 100 ranks to the end. Let's take a look at the ship itself. I'm starting to like the Spanish ships for the triple fire, and that's mostly because I have a commander who makes it from 2 to 3 um, shots on the rack, but he does increase the reload time quite a bit. Ooh, secondaries. This is a battleship, so I usually am more focused on my secondaries being improved. I have to look at my commander that I have real quick. I have a bad feeling. Where'd he go? Oh yeah, I think this is him. Yeah, it's him. He is only a cruiser, so his effect does not work on battleships. Oh dear. Showing. Yeah, cruiser. Shoot, he doesn't work. Oh no. Okay. I'll have to look into a new setup because that means say Maz him here. This guy is gonna be our main commander for that battleship. Oh dear. Did they add any more commanders for Spain, I should say? Or is it just a 2? No, it's just a 2. Great. So we only have a cruiser command, 2 cruiser commanders, and no battleship. What could go wrong? Let me double check the campaign reward list, and I'm pretty sure, I'm hoping, if anything, they add a new commander. Ah, they did. Oh, thank goodness. Okay. Fire damage to your ship. Rebuilding. Ooh, that's new. Incoming damage from your shells to Peter and bombs to ships while repairing part active. Okay. I don't know about anyone else, unless you have a whole bunch of greatly timed repair parties, that's not going to be too useful. So I'm mostly going to be working with the rebuilder once I get him later on. Okay, damage control party, cooldown time, battleship main gun reload. Okay. Base damage control party charges. Wait, charges? Oh dear. Well, I'm more of secondary range, but if they're gonna be party charges like I think it is. Oh, thank goodness. I thought it was gonna be like Russia again, all over. Oh, I really do hate the damage control party. Okay. And we have a main battery reload booster like the French. Okay. Okay, sorry about that. I just had to check a few things because I'm like, I don't recall that one commander being for battleships either, but I'm glad they added a new commander. It's gonna be a little bit unique to try and get him, but this is the only ship we'll be having. So I'm assuming we'll be getting Spanish battleships within the next 2 or 3 updates from now. So maybe. Okay, going back to the main battleship itself. Oh, my goodness gracious, reload time 37 seconds? That's quite slow. I mean, you could be reading a book. Well, after you fire your first shot. But you do have the second shell in the bracket, so that's not too bad per se. I just wish we could have that third shot. Because I'm so used to it as a cruiser, shooting 3 shots and having that to work with. So maybe they'll switch out that commander from being just a cruiser type to a more unique type for all ships, I should say. Okay, HE is 51, AP is 9,000. Fusing arming threshold 64. So you'll definitely go through destroyers not doing any damage to them. You want to be definitely using the HE shells. Now, given that it's still greater on doubling, that's how I decide if I want to go with HE or AP. And with it being such a long reload time, I'm probably going to stick with the HE shells. Just so if I have any destroyers come up to me, they're going to be gone. They're going to get a first and second hit afterwards. And especially since I'm going to be having that long reload time, yeah, they're going to get it. Okay, secondary range is at 5.5. That's, I want to say, my new medium. It's almost to the great at 6, but not quite there. Okay. Yeah, some of the HE shells are at 21 and so forth. So, okay. AA, oh my god, is that it at 4? It's non-existent at this battle rating. 30 knots. Oh dear, it's quite slow. Better get that engine booster. Okay, she is quite strong. She has that Italian design to her. I recognize from just the secondary guns. I kind of wonder if she has sapper rounds in secondary. I don't think I saw any. I think it was all HE. No, there's no sapper. Okay. Okay, we have Vittoria, a swift battleship that shared the layout of features in the Italian Photo and Photo class warships. Was considered constructed in the Spain through discussions with the Italian government in 1939 and 1940. However, the escalation of World War II, the condition of the Spanish economy hindered the implementations of these plans. Year design 1940. Okay, if they were talking about it in 1939, I would assume the design was done in 1938 to even begin discussing the ship. That's okay. There's a few things I still have issues with on the timing of the lore, and this is one of them. Okay. Okay, we have a Ducky event. Uh, Briefing, weapons, arm piercing bubbles, high explosive bubbles, and frizz torpedo. I remember those high explosive bubbles and frizz torpedoes. I think the very first one didn't have the arm piercing ones. Engine whoosh, air pump, sticky bandit. This brings back memories of the first one. Okay. I believe this is supposed to be on the Terminator. I hope they don't gonna get sued. Oh. Okay. Of course, you need ducky coins to unlock anything. I'm more of reduce my damage to your duck type of person. And how's the other commander? Max move speed, torpedo reload time. Yeah. He was a mean battery reload. I can go with him. And we'll cook. And I'll deal with this later on in another video. But that's how I'm going to preset up my Dougie War. It's kind of nice we get to see it again. I'm kind of hoping we actually keep the ships for the third war, so we don't have to do as much for players who are actual veterans to this game. So yeah, I think that's everything for the video. I don't think I have anything else to cover. Thank you for watching. I do believe this is the most skimpiest update I have seen. Maybe in down the line in a week or two they'll add more stuff. I don't know. Yeah, we'll to stage 3 or marathon. So for Simulus, we're actually quite close on getting our ship. So yeah, with that, thank you for watching. Have a nice day, and I'll see you guys on the open seas.